Have you ever walked away from a toxic relationship and somehow you still feel like its shadow is still following you? Like it's there? Because one thing is, toxic relationships don't end when you leave. It's there in your mind, it's there in your habits, it's there in your subconscious, and it changes everything about you. It affects especially your self-worth. In today's episode, we'll be diving deep into how to heal from a toxic relationship and reclaim your peace, which is the most important, because it's something that we are not told. Sometimes we're told to leave, but we're not told how to get ourselves back to the way we used to be. My name is Choma Nagi. I'm your host for this podcast, the Unscripted Morning Tea. Toxic relationships are not always obvious. Yes. If you're in a toxic relationship, you won't even know. That's the funniest part. You won't know. People will be saying it outside. They will see the signs. Friends, family will see it. But you will never see it. But trust me, the very day you see it, that is the beginning of your healing. Trust me. Now, for some people for the benefit of those who are in a toxic relationship, I'm just going to list out those things that shows that someone around you or someone close to you is toxic. Constant criticism. Now, I'm not saying someone criticizing what you do is entirely wrong, but when someone is constantly criticizing your effort, criticizing your personality, criticizing everything about you, that person is definitely toxic. Now, manipulation. They are always making you feel like you're not good. You. It's always about you. You are the problem. When they always make you think that you are always the problem in everything, they are manipulating you. Because at some point you will start thinking the same. You start thinking like you're crazy. You start seeing yourself as a bad person. And when you start doing that, that is manipulation at work. Then the disrespect. Talking bad about you in front of friends, or even disrespecting you in public. That is yelling at you or saying something odd to you, something that makes you uncomfortable, something that makes your value drop, is definitely a disrespect on your self-worth. And realizing these things, it is the first step, because the moment you start to realize it is the moment you become drained. Because maybe when it starts, you'll be making excuses for them. But once you start feeling drained every time you interact with this person, that is the recognition of toxicity. And that is actually the clarity that you need. So that is definitely the first step to it. I remember when I started noticing that this person disrespects me. This person makes me feel like I'm daft. Yes. It makes me feel like, because mine was a romantic relationship at the time when I was definitely naive, and this person made me feel like I was unintelligent, stupid, and I didn't amount to anything, that I was completely useless. Like, I started seeing myself as I was useless, and I felt like nobody would want to have anything to do with me, male or female. Like, at some point it was so bad that this person told me that I should disappear from the surface of the earth, because hell, nobody would care about me if I disappeared. And he was bent on killing me. That killing me would definitely make the world a better place. That was the mindset this person gave me. In fact, he expressed it in words, not just about him putting that in my head. He expressed it with words. And so when I realized that I was going completely crazy, and when I started to feel lost, I started to feel like I didn't deserve to exist. That was when I knew that, Choma, you're in a toxic relationship. And looking back to that time and now, I realized that that was my first victory to overcoming a toxic relationship. Now, to the next step, that is boundaries. Keeping boundaries. How do you keep boundaries? Because boundaries are shields, like they are a form of protection for your peace, because you need the peace. Yes, as a human being, you need peace in your life because God made us to have peace. How can God give you peace and a human being like you want to take it away from you? Eventually, the human being succeeds to take away that peace from you. But you have to reclaim it anyway. So the second step to reclaiming it is to create boundaries. How do you create boundaries? No contact. Yes. I'm saying this to those who have taken the first step anyways. Because those who have not taken this first step will definitely tell me, oh, how do I stop contacting this person? Because I'm used to this person. I can't stop calling this person on the phone. Yes, I'm not saying that instantly you're going to stop communicating this person. For me, when I realized the first recognition and I said, I am done. Because when you realize, when you are leaving is when you say you are done. So when I said I was done, the next thing was to block this person. In fact, it comes on you like you don't force it. The moment you leave, your mind will tell you, block this person. Just delete this person's number. Yes. Another mind will be telling you, just give it a little bit of time. But trust me, you see that first instinct of blocking the person, that is the golden thing there. And once it comes like that, do it. Yes, do it, because that is you protecting your peace. Yes, you will feel uncomfortable, obviously, but they are essential for your recovery. It is very important. You have to do it. Now, how creating boundaries took me to the next step of trying to recover myself, because I lost myself completely. Trust me, I lost myself. I became a shadow of myself. Imagine being in a toxic relationship for 3 years and you're asking yourself, where did 3 years go? What was I doing? How did I endure this for 3 good years? How did I endure this person every single day? Not that I was seeing this person every single day, but obviously they are in your head every single time. What they say to you, even when they are not there, what they say to you, it goes with you everywhere you go. And how this helped me was that when I blocked this person, at least I stopped hearing his voice physically. Yes, because when you stop talking to somebody on the phone, you tend to stop knowing how they sound. Yes, I stopped knowing how this person sounds. I stopped seeing him, obviously. I was no longer seeing this person, so I don't know what he looks like at some point. The image of him slowly started fading. And is that not a big step for my recovery? Obviously, it was a big step for my recovery. And so it will obviously be a big step for your recovery as well. Now, to the next step, processing the emotional aftermath. Leaving doesn't mean the pain disappears. Take note. Grief, anger, confusion, they are all normal. Yes. When you leave, by the time you've stopped communicating with this person, the next thing that happens is that realization of your mess, of the mess you have made with yourself, because you carried your two legs to go and meet that person. Whether the person meets you or you meet the person. What you did to yourself, because yourself you deserved peace, and you took that away from yourself. Yes. Not that it was entirely your fault, but you brought that mess upon yourself. That is what you will start feeling at that point in time. That is what I was feeling. I was feeling, Chuma, look at what you did to yourself. You hate yourself that much that you had to allow yourself go through this. I grieved myself for all those years, those 3 years that I had to put myself through that mess, that I had to be with somebody who didn't even deserve me in the first place. That anger, the anger that I had to go through all of this when I could have done better for myself. The confusion that, how did I get here? How did I do this to myself? This person was not even in my own case, this person wasn't even a speck. Like, how did I do this to myself? These were the things I felt, and so they are normal. Don't ever beat yourself up when you start feeling like this. It is part of the healing. You see those things that happen after leaving a toxic thing, it is part of your healing. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Even those times that people are saying things, whatever they are saying, and what they are saying is getting you angry, because the people will judge you. They will say, look at you, look at what you did to yourself. Yeah? Somebody is doing this to you, and you get all those things are part of your healing. Don't shy away from them. Don't try to suppress it. Let it happen. Let it go. Feel those things. It is normal. Okay? I mean, healing is about feeling, not suppressing. Like I said, don't suppress it. Journal these things. Whatever you're feeling at that point in time. Let me tell you something that nobody told me during my own time. What I was feeling was just, every process I had to go through was natural. It was no advice. I didn't go for therapy. But in your own case, if you can go for therapy, I would suggest you go for therapy. Talk to somebody. If you can't even afford a therapist, because I don't even know in Nigeria if we have. Yeah, we have therapists, but they are not so accessible to the entire Nigerians, because if therapists were accessible, I mean, there's so much toxicity in this country alone. Most people are so toxic. I think we have a higher percentage of toxic people than normal people in this country. So I don't know how many therapists, or I don't know how accessible therapists are to you. So if you can go for therapy, go for therapy. Write down these things. Write down those things that you've been through. Write down how you're feeling. Each day, write down how you're feeling. Try and work on your mind. Speak to yourself. Say things to yourself. I mean, it could help. Read books. Yeah. That would help you to process those emotions that you're bearing inside, instead of burying them, rather. Now, to the next phase of it, rebuilding your identity. Toxic relationships often make us forget who we are. Yes. Like I said before, I lost myself. For the longest, when I'm in the midst of people and I'm trying to, and maybe they're saying things that are innovative, that are, those intelligent conversations that you have with people, I don't say a word, because I told myself, what do you want to say? You don't know anything. You are daft. You don't know anything. Even in my academics, I didn't even try. I didn't want to try. I stopped trying because I felt like, I know Sabi book. Imagine me thinking, Chioma Nadi, thinking that I am unintelligent. Me. Like, it is so ironic that I actually felt like I don't know anything. And that was it. My hobbies, everything I love to do. Do you know that there's this particular one that happened? I actually love like drawing clothes designs, like some designs of clothes pop up in my head, and I like to like put them down. This person made me lose interest in that. Imagine drawing something and you're showing your friend and you're saying, oh, see this thing. What do you think? You're loving this thing in your own eyes, and the moment the person looks at me like, oh, I don't understand this thing that you did. Oh, that killed my self-worth. So I lost interest in everything that I loved doing. My passion, my goals, my hobbies, I lost interest in all of them. And what is your identity without your hobbies or your passion? So the next step was me rebuilding all of that. Everything that I had lost being with this person, I had to start recovering them one by one. And trust me, those days were not easy. I still felt like, no, I can't go back to that person. It's hard. I know if you find that trauma, the fire. Trust me, I was fire. But after being with this person, I became, is it cold? Yes, I became cold. I became a shadow of myself. Anyways, one thing again is to surround yourself with people who remind you of your worth. And shout out to my friend Veronica. Trust me. Why I'm saying this is because that girl from day one she has always been the best. Trust me, that girl helped me. I remember times I would call her and I'm saying things about myself that are very irritating. Imagine saying things that are hurtful about yourself and someone else is shutting you up not to say those things about yourself. Like, can anybody actually see you better than yourself? No. But at that point in time, I wasn't seeing anything good about myself. So I needed somebody that would help me to see myself. Somebody that has once understood who I was. So she held the mirror for me to look into it and remember who I was. And for that, I'm thankful. And she still does till today, because trust me, all these things we are saying, it doesn't just happen in one day or in a year. It's continuous. I'm still healing. Trust me. Now, the next part is learning healthy patterns. Healing isn't just about leaving the past. It's about building a better future. Healthy relationships are built on respect, trust, and honest communication. And when you experience that, you realize love should feel safe, not draining. For those who are open to being in relationships, this toxicity we are talking about is not just about people that are in intimate relationships. Even in friendships, there are toxic people in friendships. Yes, I had toxic friends at some point in my life. Yes, I did. And at some point, I had to distance myself from them. Yes. So I'm also talking about that. So when you have people that are toxic to you and you finally walked away from them, find people who are peaceful, who have that respect, trust, and are honest. Build yourself, build your friendship on this on these things. Yes, have friends that bring out the best in you, who value you, who will defend you anytime, any day. But I'm just going to leave this out there. Yes, affirmation. Words of affirmation. So many people or persons in toxic relationships, words of affirmation cannot work in the beginning of their healing. But I'm going to drop this here from say this. You're worthy of love, you're worthy of respect, you're worthy of care. You deserve it. You deserve love, that you deserve respect, that you deserve peace. I'm going to say it again. You deserve love, you deserve respect, and you deserve peace. And so I want you to make it a mission to finding peace for yourself. And one more thing, I always say this. I think the most important relationship you ever have is having God. Yes, that is knowing God.